Stars, Coach Betty Rocker here. Welcome to today's full body workout. We've got some ladders. I love this sequence of moves. So we're gonna get started out today with a nice full body warm-up move. Make sure you have some space to move, a nice surface of room. I've got my ottoman here, which may or may not come in handy depending on if you want to use it for an elevation. It will be handy for me. And I've got some assorted weighted objects that I'll be incorporating into this workout. We're gonna start out with a body weight warm up like I mentioned. So let's go ahead and step our feet just about hip distance, maybe a little wider. Get your arms up in sort of a goalpost position. Squat your hips back and then press your arms up overhead as you come up. Use this opportunity to check in with a few things in your body. First and foremost, your core is braced as you come into that squat. Your knees track in line with your toes. Go ahead and check on them. Are they tracking in alignment with the toes? As you're pressing your arms up and down, make sure that your shoulders are pulled back into their sockets. Good. As you're squatting, check in and make sure that you're not bending forward like this, right? We're keeping our chest and our back straight and upright. Good. Let's do two more like this. Last one. And we're gonna go ahead and pick up some light resistance. We'll do about 10 more that way with a little light resistance. So keep the weighted objects in close to your body. I'm gonna have my weighted objects face each other for this first set. So same good form, squat, press overhead. Squat, press overhead. Do that little mental checklist with me again, checking in to make sure that those knees remain tracked in line with the toes. The core is braced as we come down, which helps keep your back and chest upright. Keep your elbows in close to your body. Feel your shoulders working as you press up overhead. Nice work. Notice that you have an even weight distribution between all 10 toes and you're pressing the earth away from you. Squeeze your butt at the top. Last one. Well, that was a nice warm up. We're gonna do a lot of those today. I know, so fun. And I just wanna make sure that you are not feeling like you need to use super heavy resistance with that movement. You have an endurance move with that first rung of the ladder, so just be aware of that. We're gonna move on to a two-way bicep curl. So go ahead and pick up some ways of resistance that feels like you could do between 5 each direction. It's gonna add up quickly. So again, shoulders back and down as if they were up against a wall. Your feet can be about hip distance. Palms face forward on your thighs. Curl up to your shoulders, lower down. Then rotate your shoulders out to the side and curl up again. Bring your palms back to your thighs, curl, and out to the side. That's 2 total. Good. Back in. This is 3 to the front, now 3 to the side. This is why I say we like to get about 5, maybe 5 to 7, both directions. See how you feel. The weight you've selected will influence the appropriate amount of reps for you. Keep those shoulders hugging back as if they were up against a wall without letting them creep up towards your ears. Keep your core braced. Great work. I'm gonna do this last one both directions. Feel free to do a couple more reps than me. Feel free to stop before me anytime. I'm gonna go ahead and bend the knees to set down my weighted objects. Give myself a quick breather here. And we're gonna go back into those squat to presses. Feel free to have a little hydration. Maybe you're drinking a little Rock and Restore today. Boosting your dietary protein intake throughout the day with some essential aminos. Go ahead and set yourself up for rung 1 of the ladder, the squat to press. Again, I'm using a very light resistance. I'm gonna keep my palms facing each other, hugging the elbows in, locking the shoulders in place, down nice and low, and back is engaged. Brace that core, send the hips back, press up. Great job. I'd like to see about 8 to 12 total of these squat to presses. There's no need to rush them. They are very much a full body movement here. You're getting your core engaged as you have to stabilize yourself to press up overhead. Your core is also working as you come down in a squat. It's always working in a squat. Good work. Squeeze that butt at the top. Keep your core braced. Last 2 for me. Always feel free to stop before me or go a little past me. When you're done, we're gonna go up to rung 3 of the ladder. Now this one is a little bit of explosive cardio. I'll show you how to do it without the explosion. I'm gonna take one of my weighted objects and set it in the center of my mat. And if you don't wanna do the jump over this, you can do a body squat, step over, body squat, step over. Or you can start with me now, jumping to either side of your mat. Woo! Both of these are gonna work your legs. This is gonna get your heart rate up a little more. Land lightly, keep your weight back. Think about that squat form you used in the squat to press. Your body may be a little bit more upright in this movement, but I want you to be landing with that soft bend in your knees, your weight back, your chest up. Last 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Well done. Woo! All right, we're gonna move on down the ladder. 2-way bicep curls again. Go ahead and pick up your weighted objects. Be sure to bend the knees to pick them up. Stand tall, shoulders back and down in their sockets. Feet can be about hip distance apart, palms face forward, and we curl up, lower down, rotate to the side, curl out to the side, and back in. Count your reps. 1 round is after you've done both forward and side. There's absolutely no need to rush this movement. It should be a little bit challenging. Really great job. Now I expect after you've been doing these ladder workouts for a little while with us, you started to notice how much more easily you can gauge an appropriate amount of resistance for yourself in different moves. And I know you're doing a great job with that. I love having a rep range to work within because it lets my body know like when I should stop and when I should increase the amount of resistance I'm using or even decrease it. Last one for me, both ways. And done. So strong. All right, we're gonna go into our first rung of the ladder. Round 3 already. Squat to press. Give yourself a little breather. Shake those arms out. Catch your breath. If you want to have a quick hit of water or rock and restore. Squat to press. I love this. This is such a great low impact cardiovascular movement. Gets your heart rate up, gets your entire body working, and you will feel it very quickly. You don't even need to be holding any resistance at all. You may be feeling this in your shoulders with just a body weight press. Totally natural. And send those hips back, brace that core, press the arms up overhead. Keep your elbows really hugging in towards each other as you lower your arms and then press them up. Try to keep your weighted objects just at your shoulders before pressing back up. Keep that core braced as you squat it down and back. Your squat back should be as if you were gonna squat down to a stool or chair behind you. Back stays straight, core stays braced, knees track in line with toes. Let's try for 3, 2, last one. Well done. All right, we're gonna move into a staggered stance deadlift. So, let's start out by selecting some resistance. We're gonna go over the regular deadlift first so that we all have really good understanding of the mechanics involved in this move. So let's first stand with our feet about hip distance apart, and we're gonna do a stiff-legged deadlift together on both feet before we move into our staggered stance. Before you do anything, check in. Is your core braced? Are your shoulders back and down, or are they rounded forward? At no time should your back round as you're coming down in your deadlift. That means you want your shoulders to be engaged throughout the entire movement. I want you to now put those shoulders back in their sockets and send your hips back. Brace your core, slide your weighted objects down to mid-shin, and then keep that engagement between your shoulder blades. From here, pull up, sliding the weighted objects up your thighs. Again, send your hips back. You'll notice I have a soft bend in my knees, but my back is flat as I come down. Hold here, brace your core, and powerfully come up. Now, if you happen to be using a barbell and you're lifting your weight from the ground, you'll of course bend your knees. If you have a barbell, your weight plates will have your bar about mid-shin. So you'll send your hips back, squeeze up, pulling slack off of the bar, brace your core, and you'll come up in really almost the same way. You can straighten or bend your legs, and we're all doing the same movement pattern here. It's a hip hinge. So once you feel like you have that down, you want to add a little additional challenge. If you don't have that down, practice the regular deadlift. I'm going to step my left foot back behind me, right foot in front of me. Once more, shoulders back and down. And then I'm going to slide the weighted objects down the front of my thigh, coming to mid-shin with a flat back. So I'm never rounding my back here. And then I'm going to powerfully lift up, squeezing my right glute. Come down again. Very important, hear me on this. Do not let your weighted objects come away from your leg. They must stay in close. We do this to protect your back. It's very easy to hurt your back, to round your back, if you are allowing your weighted objects to travel away from your body. Keep everything in close. Hinge your hips back, engage between your shoulder blades. This is meant to be quite challenging. The more resistance you add to this movement, the tougher it's going to be. So start out conservatively, master the form. Great job. I'm about to switch to the other leg. When you're ready, you can switch so that your left leg is in front, your right leg is behind you, and really try to put most of your weight into that front leg. From here, shoulders once again engaged, back together and down, counterbalancing the weight that we're holding. And we're gonna allow our hips to hinge back, sliding those weighted objects down our leg. And then we're gonna come right back up. So using the strength of our glutes to pull us up. Your back works, your core works, your hamstrings work. What's not really doing much work here is your arms and hands, other than just holding on to the weighted objects. Great job. We're gonna work on about the same number of reps on both legs. And all of you Rock Your Life members, we've done some great workshops going over how to do the deadlifts in lots of different ways. So I know you're really feeling like pros at this point. Last one for me. Powerfully come up, and feel free to do a couple more than me or do less. This is your workout. And when you get to the top of your reps, I want you to put one of your weighted objects in the center of your mat, and we're going to use that as our center point to jump or step over. So catch your breath. Nice job on your deadlifts. One tip I'll give you that will really help you with deadlifts, squats, with every move that you do, is to have a full-length mirror that you can look at your form in, so that you can compare it to maybe what I'm doing and really listen to the cues and check yourself. It's really essential if you're training from home to have this as one of your pieces of equipment. You can get a really cheap one online or from a big box store. They're just a really great thing to have so that you can see how you're doing and make sure that you're lined up properly. All right, I'm gonna start the timer. 3, 2, 1, begin. And this set, I want you to try to jump just a little higher in your jumps, okay? That's your challenge this time. I know you've made a good showing of how far you're going. I know you've got great form, you're landing lightly. Now I want you to try to challenge yourself more and see if you can get up a little higher. Nice job. Come on, get your feet up. Woo! And you can either jump high or you can try lifting your feet. Just add one challenge. Last 3, 2, 1. Oh, the challenge for me was just going all the way to the end that time by adding in that extra. That was fun. Oh my goodness. Catch your breath, rehydrate, refuel. We're gonna do another set of 2-way bicep curls. Once I can talk again, so I can guide us. was fun. All right, make sure you have bent your knees and put yourself into an optimal position that's supportive to your body as you pick your weighted objects up off the mat. Shoulders back and down, palms face forward, and we're gonna curl those weighted objects straight up to our shoulders, lower down with control, keeping the elbows in close to the side of our body, not allowing them to splay out to the side. Great job. Rotating the arms out and curling. In and out. Excellent work. Count your reps. We've had a nice, slightly longer rest in between doing this move this time. It's one of the fun things about a ladder format is that while you have more rounds of the first couple rungs of the ladder to do, you get quite a bit longer of a break in between each round as we go up the ladder. Sort of a fun part of how they're designed. All right, last one for me, both directions. Feel free to stop before me. Feel free to do more reps than me. This is your workout. And when you're done, once again, show me how much you respect your body in the way that you put down and pick up your weighted objects. We're always doing that mindfully, thinking about functional fitness. How does what I'm doing in the gym, on the mat, in my home studio, translate to what I do in my everyday life when I'm moving things around, right? Like maybe you're changing the oil in your car, maybe you are helping your brother pick up grape boxes on the farm, putting them in the tractor. That's something I do every harvest. Maybe you are picking up the laundry basket, maybe you are grocery shopping and picking up a heavy bag from the back of your car trunk. It's essential to know how to squat, how to lift heavy things, how to take care of your body so that you don't inadvertently hurt yourself or twist your back. Okay, I always need a break before this final rung of the ladder, have you noticed? Oh boy. All right, let's get those weighted objects up on our shoulders, locking in our frame, core is engaged, back is in correct position, so we're not rounded at all, we're up, nice and upright. Imagine you're wearing a crown on your head as you send your hips back and then press your arms up overhead. Beautiful. Now I've been keeping my weighted objects facing each other as I press up. You are welcome to spin your palms to face forward if that feels good. That is also fine. Just really focus on how you're pressing up. Make sure that those shoulders are staying back and down. Nicely done. Core stays braced. We're wearing that crown. Squeeze your glutes as you come up to the top. Make sure your knees are tracking in line with your toes. It's natural for your toes to turn out slightly. With a squat, maybe one turns out more than the other. Just let your body do its thing. Last one for me. Feel free to do a couple more if you want to. If you are starting to feel this workout like me, I imagine it's feeling pretty good. Are you glad you showed up today? I sure am. I always enjoy the workouts more when we do them together. We're gonna go up to rung 5 of the ladder now, and we've got another cardio move, a little explosive move. You can make this low impact as well quite easily. It's a burpee. So if you prefer to do your burpees against an elevated surface, because that's the best way for you to do your push-up version, I'm gonna do a couple right now. Just demoing that in case you want to join me with a couple low impact burpees before I start the clock. Feel free. I'm going to plant my hands down on the side of my elevated surface, step back, do an elevated push-up, step forward, come up, load the weight in my heels, chest up, body squat. That's the low impact elevated. I can also do low impact down on the mat. Either kneeling push-up or push-up on my toes, stepping the feet back into the hands, coming up into a body squat. I'm gonna start that timer now. I'm gonna do high impact. Join me or stay low impact. Let's go. Push it up. Drive it up into a jump squat or body squat. Keep your core engaged. You got this. Nicely done. Come on, rock stars. We're not here for long. Just a quick set of these burpees. Another amazing full body strengthening movement. Woo. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Well done. Oh my goodness. Catch your breath, walk it off. We're gonna go back down the ladder. Second set of deadlifts. Now remember, the Foundations of Functional Fitness series has a really excellent deadlift workshop in it. If you're still like, I'm not sure if I'm quite getting this right, check that series out. Check that video out in particular. When you're first learning something with me, go slow. Take the variation, the modification. Put your trust in me, basically, as your coach, to know that building up safely is the best way to get stronger. When you're ready, go ahead and bend your knees, pick up your weighted objects, and we're gonna step our right foot back, putting most of the weight in our front left foot. Once again, my body is up straight as an arrow, shoulders back and down in their sockets, core braced. As I send my hips back, I'm keeping those weighted objects in close to my body. My back is flat as I come into my hinged position, and then I use the strength of my glutes to powerfully come up. Those weighted objects stay in close to the body the entire time, and we keep that engagement between our shoulder blades. Your head and neck should follow your back, so don't look down, don't look up. Nicely done. Strong and sturdy. Very good. Imagine you're like a hinge on a door, and your hinge is where your glutes are, right? That's what is the only thing that's really moving here. Everything else comes straight forward and straight back. Nice. Last one on this side for me. Feel free to do more or less. I'm going to step my right foot forward, my left foot back, resetting my frame, making sure both hips are both square and facing forward. My left hip is not pulling back behind me. Shoulders back, core braced. Sending the hips back, nice flat back. Powerfully come up. Flat back, come up. Squeeze the butt at the top. Think of that hinge on a door. Great work. Breathe it in. As you come down, breathe out as you come up. Keep that engagement between your shoulder blades. Count your reps. You want the same number on both sides. Beautiful work, beautiful form. Last one for me. Finish your set. When you're complete, bend your knees to set down your weighted objects, placing one of them in the center of your mat for our next set of jump overs. Very excited. I really like this move. It's very challenging and fun. Come to one side of your mat, catch your breath. And once again, I'm going to challenge you to jump higher or tuck your feet up a little higher as you jump. I'm going to start the clock. Now, let's go. Come on, rock stars. See if you can get a little more height. Lifting your feet up, trying to propel yourself even higher, even farther across your space, landing lightly. That's still the trick. Soft bend in the knees, keeping your weight back, core braced. You've got this, come on. Woo. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Well done. Go ahead and clean up your space, catch your breath. You want to be a little bit recovered before we move on to our next power move. We've got 2-way bicep curls. Catch your breath. As we're coming down this ladder, you may start to notice, hey, I'm starting to feel pretty tired. I'm starting to feel fatigue in some of these movements. That's totally natural. If you are noticing that the amount of resistance that you have been using is a little too much, by all means, drop down the amount of resistance that you're using. You don't have to use the same amount. It's kind of like a reverse pyramid where you drop down in the amount of weight or reps that you're using as you repeat a lot of rounds of a move. So feel free to make this workout your own. Don't force yourself to do the exact same number of reps every single move. This is an endurance workout. I want you to have all the options available for yourself so that you can get the most out of this. Woo! Let's go ahead and pick up our weighted objects. 5 to 7 reps. So both directions counts as 1 rep. Go ahead and place your palms face forward on your thighs, shoulders back and down as if they were up against a wall, core braced, curl it up. Rotate your arms out to the side, keeping your elbows in close to your rib cage. That's 1 rep. Again, up to the side, that's 2 reps. Nicely done. Keep those shoulders back, keep your head up, keep your core braced. Beautiful work. Keep breathing. And I'm just gonna keep smiling because I feel great. I am so glad that I get to be here today. So glad to have all this function in my body. It's pretty amazing what this body has been through and what it's capable of. I know you probably feel very similarly. Last set for me. When you're done, go ahead and set your weighted objects aside. And maybe you're using a different amount of resistance for your squat to press. You can select that now and give yourself a moment before we move on. Coming into the home stretch of this workout, my friends. Doing amazing. Bring those weighted objects up to your shoulders. Stand with your feet about hip distance apart. Brace your core. Send the hips back and press up overhead. I want about 8 to 12 reps here, so count for yourself. You do not need to rush this. Keep those shoulders back. You don't even need to be holding any resistance at all for this to be super effective. Knees track in line with toes. Brace the core as you come down and back. Keep that crown up tall on your head, keeping the back straight, chest elevated. Beautiful work. Last 3 for me. Last one. And set your weighted objects down. When you're done, have a quick breather. We've got 1 final rung of our ladder to conquer. How are you feeling? My heart is definitely pounding, but I feel so good. Cardiovascular exercise, whether it's low impact or high impact, is so great for your most important muscle of all, your heart muscle, right? It's a really great way to condition the heart, and such a great form of aerobic exercise, what we're doing today. Anaerobic exercise, aerobic exercise, all of the types of exercise are wonderful for your body in so many ways, for your energy levels, for those mitochondria, the energy producing powerhouses of each and every cell. I like to really think about how I'm helping my body when I'm doing a workout by visualizing all these hard workers inside of the body. And when I sort of have started to personify them as a little worker bee factory in my body, it makes it a lot easier when I'm making choices about what to eat, when to go to bed, how to take care of myself when I'm feeling run down. I don't want to stress those guys out. I want to support them in every way possible. So that's one of the things I do, and I visualize to help myself really make good choices. I don't always get it perfectly, but I certainly do try, and I certainly do think about it. So I wanted to share that with you. All right, last ladder rung, here we go. This final move is a narrow row to a reverse fly. So we're gonna do it standing. Go ahead and choose some weighted objects. And we're gonna go ahead and send those shoulders back and down, brace the core, send the hips back to about 45 degrees, draw the elbows up and back, and then fly the arms out to the side. Elbows up and back, fly the arms out to the side. Up and back, you got this. Out to the side, beautiful work. Up and back, out to the side. Now I'm gonna go for eight or so reps here because I'm doing 2 moves that both work the back. I might be able to do 10, we'll see how you feel with the amount of resistance you've selected. This is the final rung of the ladder. We're gonna finish it strong. Last one for me. Stand tall, set down your weighted objects. Let's go right into a set of burpees. Are you ready? Ready or not? Here we go. Down, out, do your push-up, come back in. Come on. Last set, best set. You can be doing these low impact, high impact, elevated, kneeling push-ups. It's all good. Keep your back nice and straight, core braced in your push-up. Hands stacked below shoulders as you come down. Jump right up in the air if you're doing a jump squat. Load the weight in your heels. Last 3, 2, last 1. Well done. Staggered deadlifts. Stand tall. Pick up your weighted objects. Step your left foot behind you, right foot in front. Woo! Shoulders back, core braced. Send those hips back, head and neck. Follow your body. I know your heart rate was up from those burpees. This move, slow and controlled. Keep your back up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Powerfully brace your core. Well done. Come on. Flat back. Last one on that side for me. Gonna switch legs. Resetting, take a moment in between. And again, make sure that those weighted objects are touching your body as you work down and up. Think about that hip hinge. Great job. Excellent work. Beautiful form. You don't need to go at any specific speed or pace. It's really just about having that good form and feeling it work your glutes and hamstrings. Last one for me. Give you a moment to finish it up. Setting one of your weights right in the very center of your mat when you're done. You should have caught your breath pretty well after that last set, but again, those deadlifts are challenging. We're gonna do a quick set of explosive jumping over and across. Ready? Here we go. Powerfully jump. One side and the other. You got this, rock stars. Come on. You're almost done with this workout. You're in the home stretch. Side to side. See if you can get a little bit more height as you clear that barrier in the center of your mat. So good. Come on, almost done. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing job. Catch your breath. We've got 2-way bicep curls. Last set, best set. Oh my goodness. Bend the knees. Pick up your weighted objects. Palms face out. Shoulders back and down. Curl it up. Lower down. Rotate your palms out to the side. Curl it up. That's 1. Curl it up. Lower down. Palms out to the side. Curl it up. That's 2. You got this. I want 5 to 7, both directions. Feel that heart rate coming down, even as we focus on this strength move. Great job. I'm right there with you. Sweating it out. I think I could do 1 more each direction. This is it for me. I'm gonna set down those weighted objects, bending the knees. When you're done, we're gonna pick up whatever resistance we're gonna use for our final rung of the ladder, the squat to press. Maybe it's no resistance at all. You'll get a great shoulder press workout, body weight only. It's all good. Bend your knees, squat it down and back, press up overhead, keeping those elbows locked in place. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Last set here. Finish it strong. Keep that crown on tall. You are triumphant. You've completed this amazing workout today. You showed up for it. You gave it your all. So good. Knees track in line with toes. Core is braced. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Oh, yes! Bend the knees to set down. Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout, Rockstar. I love training with you, and I recommend after this video that you grab one of the full body cool down stretches from the Rock Your Life class library. Not a member of Rock Your Life? Oh my gosh, let's get you in there. Grab a 30-day trial. Alongside of stretching videos, there are bar workouts, yoga classes, workouts like this, strength circuits, everything from no equipment to some equipment to more equipment that you would maybe use in your home gym. So I've got pretty much everything covered for you, plus I've also got programming. Now, a one-off workout like this is super fun, of course, but it doesn't really give you the setup, the sequencing, everything that you need week by week to continue to progress and strengthen your body in the right sequence. So in Rock Your Life, you'll find challenges and programs that will help you with just that so that you can see the best results, stay on track over time so that you can make this a lifestyle and not just some quick fix, because there is no such thing, as you know. Plus, we're going to support you with nutrition support. We're going to support you talking about our 4 pillars of health: stress management, sleep. There's coaching available in our private ladies only fitness community, and I would love to welcome you in there and support you on your journey of health and wellness. As always, I'm Betty Rocker. You are so awesome and amazing. I look forward to seeing you join Rock Your Life today. I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye for now.